Okay, Apo. Looks like everything's in functioning order. You ready? Hey there, everyone. It's Anthony, back with another video here on Single and Placing. Hi. Hope you're having a fantastic day, weekday, weekend, week, month, evening, morning, overnight, all of that good stuff. Hello. Hi. We're out here. Gonna walk around town and do a little vlog while I respond to some of your comments. And so, yeah, we've got the boy, and we're out here doing it. It hasn't been that long since I hit the stop filming button on my last Whippin' chat responding to your comments. It's been like 10 minutes. So I popped Apollo's harness on. I was like, let's go. Your dad apparently is in a chatty mood and might as well get it going while I'm in the mood to do it, because it's been a while since I've been in the mood to do it. So yeah, we're gonna jump right in here. Sorry, there was someone that pulled up across the street and parked and was yelling at whoever was in the passenger seat. I'm like, is this gonna be a whole thing? But I just kept walking. Not interested. But Sniffy Boy's got a sniff. They seem fine. They got out of the car together. They seem okay. So, all right. Well, my poor phone. I need to go through and clean my, what is going on? People are acting funky today. I need to go through and delete some video clips and stuff off my phone, because I haven't done that since like pre-Pennsylvania trip. And so now I've got like a couple Whippin' chats on there that are each over an hour long, and like a bunch of other stuff. I'm sure there's like hours and hours of video on my phone right now. I don't even remember what size storage I got on this phone, but it must have been the high one, because there's so much on there that I'm like, I need to get rid of that. But I usually hold on to it until after a video has been fully uploaded and is up on YouTube. I'll usually hold on to all the files, be it the ones on my phone or from when I copied it onto the computer. I hang on to all of it until it says upload complete, and then I'll clear out everything except the final video that gets archived onto my external hard drive until that gets full. And I think that's 4 terabytes. Once that gets full, then I'll start going and deleting old videos that have been posted a long time ago. So that's usually how I do it. Now with the Coaster Pursuit stuff, my other channel, I don't plan on deleting them. I'm gonna save them all, because in the future I might want to do, here's my top 10 favorite roller coasters from 2025, number 10, blah, blah, blah. And I want to go back to when I went to that park and pull my clips of the ride running and include that in the new video. So I want to have all that stuff I can pull from in the future if I ever do. So on my shopping list for Black Friday this year is a larger external hard drive, because as the years go on, it gets cheaper to build these things sometimes, but certainly for external memory and storage, it tends to get cheaper the longer time goes on. And I've had that since before I started diamond painting. I bought that when I started doing skincare content. So I've had that since 2018. So I'm sure I could get one that's like 8 or 12 or something terabytes for the same price now. So it might be time to upgrade. That poor thing's been through it. It's got dents on it, and it's done its job. It's done its job. And I should probably upgrade and transfer all those files over before it eventually conks out, So anyway, let's get into it. I hope you're doing well. Make sure to leave in the comments how things are going for ya. But I'm gonna hit the refresh. We've got We've got some comments that came in from the video that just went live, which was my finish and review of Waterfall in a Jungle by Eau Claire Studio and Diamond Art Club. So we've got some like minutes old comments, and then we'll suddenly jump to a month old because that's where I left off last time. Yeah, getting back into the content game over here. Hop up. Good boy, little baby. I mentioned in my last responding to your comments that Apollo was looking a little skinny mini. And I just took him to the vet and realized that, was that a week ago? And since giving him some more bones and adding some more add-ons to his food, some extra calories and fat, he's looking back to his fighting weight. So I'll have to, I'm gonna probably take him to the pet store this weekend, and they have a scale there. There's actually 2 different pet stores I go to that have a scale, and have him hop on the scale and see what he's looking like, because I want to get him to 80, and 82 is the heaviest he's been weighed at. And he was at 76 last week, so we'll see how it's going, but we have a potty break. Hold on. It was pushing 100 at one point today, and so that's why I waited so late to take him out. We're right in the 7:15, 7:30-ish range, I think. Yeah. And so sun's going down, and but we have some pretty significant cloud cover right now, so it's cooled off significantly. So I was like, let's go. I need this weather. I'm done with the heat. I love being outdoors. I love hiking. I love our summer fun days, going to the lake and going on hikes and camping. Like I do like it. I love my water world. I love my theme parks. So sunny, bright, hot weather is where a lot of my activities lie. But I don't like the heat. I'm learning as I get older. I want the fall. I want an overcast. I want a little chill in the air. I'm learning that I lean, as I'm getting older, I wouldn't mind a short summer, a short summer, and a longer spring with cool overcast and showers, intermittent showers. And I wouldn't mind a long fall with, again, cloud cover, cooler temperatures, and showers, whatever, and then a normal winter. I always complain about the freezing cold in the winter and having to bundle up and shovel snow and scrape my windows and deal with driving in it, but then when summer hits, and my opinion would change if I had central air conditioning. I probably would be much more happy with summer if I had a place that was frigid to go to. But sleeping in the heat is just, I feel like I can't get away from it. I can't get away from it. Now, my new swamp cooler that I installed has definitely helped with that, and has made for an easier end of summer. But before I got that in like May, June, and pretty much all of July, there was a couple nights where I was sleeping on the floor, out of my bed, on the floor next to Apollo, just because it was a few degrees cooler down there. So I'd fold up one of my thick comforters and use it as like a makeshift mattress and lay a sheet over top of me, and he and I would just sweat it out. That happened like 3 nights this summer. Last year I didn't do that. And last year I didn't have a swamp cooler, so I feel like either this season has been quite a bit warmer this year, living in this house with no central air conditioning. But it's been rough. It doesn't start to get comfortable till about 1 in the morning and till about 7 a.m. And then you start to feel it rising in the house. So I've been leaving our AC on. The downstairs swamp cooler, which is like one of those big honkers that lives in the window. I've been leaving that on all night, even though we're not downstairs at night. It cools the house much more efficiently because the ambient air outside is also slightly cooler. And then I've found that keeps it cooler throughout the day. I can actually turn it off when I wake up in the morning and leave it off till about 2 p.m. And then I start to feel it tick up and I'll kick it on for another couple hours, leave it off, and then I turn it on again when I go to bed. So from like 10 p.m. to like 6 a.m. is when I have it running, even though I'm not near it, but it helps keep the house cool during the day. I've also found that keeping all of the windows, all of the blinds down helps tremendously, but then I feel like I'm living in a cave, and Theo likes to attack the blinds when they're down, so I have to watch out for him when I do that. But yeah, when I'm working from home, it's usually dark inside because I'm just trying to keep things cool. Like my upstairs, my bedroom, curtains are closed, windows are cracked for some airflow for my swamp cooler because that one's a sit in the room. It's not attached to the window. But I keep the windows cracked just so that positive pressure has somewhere to escape and I don't build up a bunch of humidity in the room. It's interesting. I've been watching, I think I mentioned it, I've been watching this YouTuber. He does a channel called Technology Connections, and then his second channel is called Connextras. It's like an extra, it's just like other topics that he doesn't make full videos about, but he does a lot on evaporative cooling and central air and stuff and like home efficiency. And so I've learned a lot about like air transfer and negative pressure and positive pressure inside your home and like how to best heat and cool depending on what you have. So I've been using a lot of his suggestions to try to keep the house cooler, and it has worked. But before I found him and before I had my swamp cooler upstairs, I just had my ceiling fan. Whew, we had some tough nights for sure. How about? Good boy. Oh, it's kind of nicer. This park has been unseasonably busy, but I think since school started again, I guess it is seasonably busy, but it's been busier than previous years. So usually when we come over here, there's lots of families with dogs, and this has somehow been the unofficial off-leash dog park for this little neighborhood, even though dogs are required on leash, and you know how I feel about that. So we've been having to skip coming over here several days throughout the week because I come over here and there's like 4 dogs just running wild. And sometimes I say, forget you, I'm gonna prove a point, and their dogs run up to Apollo. And Apollo, when dogs approach him, he gets a little skittish, but I think owners see that as defensive because his tail will kind of go straight and he kind of does his hunkering down like, I don't know this dog, this is a stranger, until they sniff, and then he quickly becomes a friend. But when dogs run up to him that are off leash and he's on leash, I just stand there and I don't let him move. I keep him real close to me so they know like the law is on leash, and I just stare at the owner and make it really awkward, and they'll say, he's friendly, she's friendly, blah, 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 blah. And I don't say anything, I don't smile, I just look at them completely deadpan and just stare at them. And then they start coming over to get their dog, and then they're like, I'm so sorry, he really is friendly, she really is friendly. I say nothing, I don't acknowledge them, I just stare at them and stare at their dog and make it really weird. And then they take their dog away and put it on a leash until I'm gone. And that's how I do this park a lot of days. But there's no one here now, so we can play. Right, buddy? And I'm sure Apollo's like, Dad, you're such a jerk. Why don't you just give him some grace, and then I can play with them? Because I don't let him run and play around. I just keep walking very curtly because I'm like, it says right here, see park rules, see that big blue sign there? It explicitly says dogs on leash. There's so many off-leash dog parks within a incredibly short driving distance that there's no excuse. It's laziness and lack of awareness for other people, and I hate it. Anyway, ready? Get on up there. Go. Use those legs. Good boy. Come on. Go. Good boy. Wow. You're so athletic. Come here. You're so athletic and beautiful. I love you. So yeah, I'm an incredibly friendly pet owner when everyone's playing by the rules. Hop up. Good boy. But when you disregard the rules, I don't care how friendly Bella is, I'm not having it. Keep your dog on a leash. You can run around with your dog on a longer leash. You can have them jump on stuff and play on stuff, and they can get plenty of energy out. Or take them to the off-leash dog park. It's 4 minutes from here. You can do it. Sorry, that's my rant. Yeah, it's my rant. Okay, let's get to these comments. Anthony, what is your problem? Okay, up. Good boy. Oh, also, I might have a hard time reading some of these. Maybe I can just, sunglasses are coming off. It's not necessary. I got these new sunglasses. They're fantastic, but they are super good at blocking UV light, and they're like, got all this reflective coating and stuff. Hop up. They're from a company that makes gaming glasses for like video gamers and streamers and stuff. So some of their glasses, all of their glasses have this like crazy anti-reflective coating that's still supposed to allow you to see your screen just fine, except for their sunglasses. When you add that sunglasses coating, it actually makes it really hard to see your screen, especially when it's sunny out. But their other glasses are like, the hue is almost a yellow or an amber color. I guess it's supposed to help with eye strain. So I got a regular, one of their amber colored glasses for when I'm inside, my normal glasses, they're prescription. And I got these sunglasses, but they do make it hard to see my phone. But they're really cool. Because the brand does gaming stuff, these glasses, see how they have like a depth to them? They are Fallout themed, like the show or the video game Fallout. So they're supposed to kind of look like old-timey kind of goggles, post-war kind of science-y. They're really cool. They weren't that expensive. So, and they're scratch resistant, all sorts of stuff. But anyway, okay. Going to my finish and review of Waterfall in a Jungle, which just went live like not too long ago. Lisa says, Lisa J, 8777. Got a lot of Lisas and got a lot of Lisas. Says, I really enjoy your videos. I was happy to see another video. Yay, thank you. And Linda Hammermeister says, Anthony, it's good to hear your voice and see you again. I was wondering where you had disappeared to. Miss you and Apollo. Have a wonderful day. Oh, thank you so much. And yeah, for those that maybe are just seeing like, oh, Anthony put up a new video and maybe hadn't been watching or listening along to my previous vlogs from the spring. I took the summer off. Took the summer off to pursue coasters, roller coaster pursuit, new channel, and just kind of get my feet wet with that, and just enjoy traveling and family and friends and stuff. Oop, another potty break, hold on. Okay, we're gonna turn around and go back to the park since we're so close and throw this away so I don't have to carry it with me halfway across town. So yeah, took the summer off. It was really good, but it definitely, I learned that there is a chance, again, I mentioned it in the last video via Whip and Chat, that there is a chance that I should be able to juggle both channels. I don't know. I learned that through doing the coaster videos and stuff. And I also learned that as much as I do appreciate and love the fact that everyone's like, a lot of people are like, we missed you and where have you been and blah, blah, blah. I should have known how much I'd miss gabbing with you all and how much that helps with my anxiety, and it helps me to get stuff off my chest and just to decompress. Like, it fills my cold heart and my dark black soul to do videos like this. And I should have realized that stopping it would have a negative impact, and it kind of did. So I'm not saying anything about what my plans are because I don't know. I need more time. But I learned a lot by taking that break about the importance of you all and this channel to me. So anyway, won't get too emotional, but that's that. Chocolate Diamond says, Anthony, this canvas is beautiful. I remember the first one you did as well. Can I yeah. You guys are make Can I request that you continue with this channel? You fill a niche. I adore your storytelling. I understand more about the masters because of you. You can make infrequent videos. I know I'll be there. Annie, I'm sure a lot of your followers would be there for whatever you put out whenever you post something. Don't do this to me. Don't you do this to me. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say yes, that's feasible, or no, it's not right now. I simply can't. I have this upcoming trip, October 10th through the 17th, in which I will be working on improving my videography and on the other channel, and like trying to improve from the last one I did. Space out the video posting better, take some more time editing each video, all of that stuff. So I don't know, but I hear you. Don't think that I am disregarding these these comments. I hear you, and in a perfect world I could do it all. And we will see, okay? You guys, and it's not just people that have been commenting, like Doretta just commented. People have been emailing me and reaching out on direct message via Instagram, like, don't you dare. I'm like, guys, I love that you guys enjoy this content, and I love doing it. But I love doing a lot of other things too. So I have to try to find a balance. And I don't want to get myself in a situation where I'm juggling this stuff and personal life and work and all that, and then I just decide this is too much and I just go dark. You know, I don't want to do that to other people. I know I would feel horrible and guilty, and I just don't want to put myself in a spot where I'm feeling like this. I can't like shut it all down, you know? So I've got to figure it out. But I hear you, and I love you guys. Thank you so much. Okay, moving on. Oh my gosh. Lisa Noof, hi, says, looks magnificent, Anthony. I had this one in my cart, but I think it would be too confetti heavy for me. Maybe someday I'll change my mind because it is so beautiful. It really is. And it's less confetti and more line blocking, like one line of drills, like 30 across and then maybe like 20 below it. So if you're cool with that, you should be okay. There is confetti for sure, but there is a decent amount of color blocking in the sky. So I found that I was able to like rip through the top like quarter of the canvas pretty quickly. So you might find that it's more balanced than you think. So yeah, keep that in mind. Hold on. Yeah, you might find that it's more balanced than it might seem, even from that finish and review. But line blocking for sure. You gotta like that. So vertical, horizontal, like that whole waterfall, just those long strips of white ABs. Yeah. And in the trees too. Okay, Trin says, so happy to hear from you again. I always hope you'll pop up every once in a while here to share that you still enjoy diamond painting and what you finished and purchased. Oh, thank you. Good boy. Hop up. Good boy. You're such a good boy, huh? You're so patient all day today. You even waited much later than we normally go on walks just for it to cool off. So he was a very patient boy. So I'm going to try to go a little bit longer today. We might go down to the creek now that his paw has healed up. I've been avoiding that until it fully scabbed over, so maybe we'll make it all the way into town, who knows. Mia says, hey love, this kit ended up so beautiful. I hope your stepdad will love it. I'm sure he will. I'm so bad. So that finish and review, I filmed that in July, I think. Whenever I said it was done, I think I said July 19th. I finished that film and review maybe like a week or two, maybe 2 weeks after that. So end of July. So I guess it's only been sitting around finished for a couple weeks. I painted the border. I have yet to mail that to him because I was trying to find on Amazon the boxes that I used for my D-stash, my last D-stash. There was some kits that I threw the boxes away for, so I purchased these boxes. They're the same boxes, used to be. I don't know if she still uses them, but Jade over at Jaded Gem Shop is the one that sent me that link to those white boxes because she uses those, or used to use them for her cross-stitch conversion projects where she's packaging all the drills and everything. She used those boxes to ship with. So she sent me that link. I purchased those same boxes, but they come in like a set of like 50 or 60. And that worked for me at the time because I had not that many, but about that many to box up for my D-stash. Hold on. Look at the puppy. We just have some barking right now because there's a dog in the yard right here. Is that a puppy? That dog's like, come closer, see what happens. Come into this yard and see how it goes for you. So that worked for me at the time. I don't need 50 or 60 of them. I need one. And so I'm like, do I buy this? Maybe I would use them at some point in the future, but I'm like, that's just gonna be more stuff sitting around in the garage that I'm gonna have to fuss with. And then I put those in these white sticky seal like plastic bags, again recommended from Jade, and then I would wrap it all up in packing tape. Those bags come in like a set of like 100, and I threw away the ones that I used for my D-stash, so I'd have to get those again, all just to ship my stepdad one diamond painting. I'd end up spending like 80 something dollars on materials, let alone the actual shipping, only to use like 1/50th of and 1/60th of that amount, or 1/100th of what I'm being sent. So what I actually need to do, oh my God, another dog off leash. What are people doing? Hold on. I wish dog owners had to wear a shock collar around their necks when they walk their dogs. And then if you see someone who's breaking the law, you can like open up an app in your phone and connect to their shock collar and shock the owner. That's what I want. That's what I want. So I think what I'm gonna have to do, because I need to send it to him, it's ready to go, it's sitting on the shelf waiting to be sent, is just take it to FedEx and let them figure it out. And I've been hesitant to do that because I know that's gonna cost an exorbitant amount for them to have like the custom box that'll fit a diamond painting and make sure it's not gonna get damaged and pay for everything from them. But it'll probably be cheaper to do that than it would be to buy everything in bulk. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to take it to UPS tomorrow after work and just say, hey, I need to get this to Honolulu. You do everything and tell me how much it's going to be. Let's cross the street. I kind of don't even want to go this way because they have their dog off leash, and it's like walking up and down the street and sniffing other people, and it's not a good situation. I'm sure Apollo won't get attacked, but it's the principle. It's the principle, everyone. And since it's nice and cool, everybody and their moms out walking around. Maybe we'll go into the alley once we get past this lady. Apollo, stay out of their garden, please. Thank you. Let's get past this lady. Yeah, this dog's just like up in people's yards and walking up to their houses. No, no, no. We don't do that. Okay, we're gonna cut into the alley over here. So we'll be walking parallel to them, but we'll be half a block in. And then once I come out the other side, I'll see where they're at and figure out my next move. But, oh, that gets on my nerves. Sorry, Appo. You don't get to do as many jumpies today. Okay. Thank you, Mia. And yes, I will get it to him eventually. Maybe as soon as tomorrow. I've just been like, what do I do? How do I get this to him? And I tried putting it in I have those, you know how Craftably used to have those plastic cylinders that you could use? That would be perfect. I gave mine away when I gave away and slash destashed only the couple Craftably kits that I had. I gave people the tubes with the kit because they were actually selling them in the tube, or I would buy them in the tube, some of them. So any tubes that I had were attached to a kit, so I sent it all together. And then I have some other ones that I bought off of Amazon when I first started diamond painting to store kits that I wasn't gonna hang. This kit is too big. It's ever so slightly too wide for those because they're meant for like blueprint papers, at least the ones I bought, so they're rather small. So the biggest they can fit is like a 55 width in them. And then length, it does get to a certain point where I can't roll it up tight enough to fit in there. So I'd say anything like, anything like 75 or 80 centimeters long, it's just too thick when I roll it all up. So this kit is bigger than in both directions than would be able to fit in there. So it's kind of a bummer. And I know I'm going to be paying through the nose or whatever that saying is for shipping this one thing, especially to Hawaii. But it'll be worth it because he's worth it. So I'll do it. But yeah. Okay. Michelle Calendar says that this is a beautiful piece. I'm sure glad you came crawling back. Oh, I forgot about that. I was like, what? I forgot about that. So I filmed that before I filmed that my first Whip and Chat back. I filmed that first. So I was like, well, look who came crawling back. Forgot about that. Barb Paisley says, it's beautiful, Anthony. Thank you. And, oh my gosh, Feral Shoujo, I think I said that right, says, ooh, it's so pretty. Congrats on finishing it twice. Wow, that's some dedication. Looking forward to seeing more diamond painting content from you again. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for commenting. I'm hearing some new names, I think. So for those that decided to comment because I came out of the woodwork again, thank you. I appreciate it. And then going to my kitting up of Tropicana. Jordan says, "Hi, Anthony. I don't think I have a canvas, but I'll follow you on this." Okay, cool. Yeah, anything that's like portrait style of just a person that could be considered like glamorous or provocative or anything like that works. So like I said in a previous video, wow, they made some major progress on this house. Wow, they're really moving and grooving. But it's like a mother-in-law suite that they're building back here with an attached garage, and it's huge. Wow, they put this thing up in like a week. Wow. It's like a whole second house. So like Micah Jelena, Hannah Lynn, a lot of those will work. I think, who else does like big-eyed girls? Isn't that Jasmine Beckett Griffith, I think? Any of that style will work too. So even a modern like digital artist still counts in that regard. So yeah, but if not, no problem. Thanks for following along. Going to my vlog, episode 184, my Elitch Gardens vlog. So that was the last one I did in May before I dipped out. Oh, the sun's coming back. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. See, look at this dog. Now it's out here in the alleyway. Okay, let's go this way. These people are about to set me off. Elitch Gardens opening day 2025. Mr. Savage Beast says, "Hey Anthony, hope you are well. Just a quick check-in to see how you're doing. To be honest, I miss your vlogs." Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm doing good. Me and Apollo were rocking and rolling here. Then going to my, you know what I'm going to do? New thing. Rather than saying what video someone commented on, I'm just going to read the comment unless there's a specificity to the video, and then I'll mention what they're referencing, like if it's a finish and review or something. Otherwise, I'm just going to go through them because we skip around a lot. Like the next like 20 comments are from like a bunch of each one's from a different video, so I'll spend a ton of time reciting what video it's from. So we're just gonna keep going. This was my finish and review of Summer from Alphonse Mucha and Diamond Painting Shop. R.P.H. Nick. It could be Riff Nick something. Says, "Thank you for this review. I decided to try a kit from this shop." Oh, yay! Diamond Painting Shop is one of the best. One of the best of the best. Not only is Rosa just an incredibly kind person and like just super genuine and just has like the kindest heart, but the quality was impeccable from day one. So kudos to Rosa, and yeah, one of my top favorite diamond painting shops. I'd say one of the handful that I will buy from. I know there's a lot of diamond painting shops out there, but I know what I like, and I know I have particulars when it comes to quality, and so I'm not the type of content creator that's gonna try. I used to want to be this content creator that would buy a kit from every shop that came across my purview, came across my radar, that some of the artwork I was interested in. I put it on a list. Like, I'll buy from DIY Moon Shop, and I'll buy from what was that one? Oh my gosh, what was the name of that one with that guy that was really weird? I don't remember. If you know, you'll have to say it. Oh gosh, what was his name? I bought a kit from this guy last year Diamond Art Emporium, was that right? I don't know. That was such a strange time dealing with that guy. But yeah, like had that on my list. Stuff, those, just onesie twosies just to try out a new shop so I could share it with you and review. But I'd say 9 times out of 10, when I went outside of the ones that are my standbys, I ended up not finishing it or not being happy with it, and or just other things came up, like shop owner specific issues. And it was more of a hassle to try to explain why I was gonna bail on a kit and why it didn't work for me. And now I'm not that person. I won't force myself to work through a project just in the name of finishing it. I will just be done with it and be honest about my feelings and move on. And now I'm to the point where I've tried enough shops that I know who I like to buy from, and I'm just gonna stick with that. It's so much easier than spending the money, not finishing it, feeling guilty that I had a bad experience because now I'm gonna be disappointing the shop owner. And in that case with that Emporium person, doing all of this unnecessary back and forth and feeling like I'm being pressured into giving a good review or being pressured into creating content for him. I don't want it. I'm not interested. So I honestly don't, and the only shop owner that I actively engage with anymore is Mary, just because we're what I consider close friends. And if Bex or Rosa were to reach out to me to talk about stuff, I'd also consider those crafty friends. That's great. But now I just want to live in the shadows when it comes to small businesses. And if I want to buy something, I'm going to buy it. But I'm not going to tell them I'm buying something or say, oh, I'm excited to try your shop or anything like that. I don't want to engage. I just want to buy it in the shadows. And if it goes well and I finish the kit, then I will do a video and talk to you all about it. If it doesn't go well, then I'll do a video and talk to you about it and throw it away. But I'm no longer doing any sort of hey, this person bought a kit from your shop. Here's how it's going. I'm having issues with gapping, blah, 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 blah. And try to get in front of it. I go back and forth on this. Should I give them a heads up and try to resolve it before I ever talk about it? I've landed on no, because I'll tell you guys, I'll tell you. And if word gets back to them, great. But I've run and they decide to make changes or they take that feedback to heart, fine. But I've burnt myself in the butt too many times of trying to involve the business owner in that conversation, and it ends up being such a time suck going back and forth with them. And there's been too many times where they get very defensive about their product, which I guess is fair, but it's I'm not lying to you about my experience with this, and I'm not that hyper picky and that big of a diamond painting diva. I've seen really good quality, and this isn't really good quality. So that's it. I have nothing more to say. Now, shop owners have been really, really receptive to that feedback and engaged with me in a way that's okay, send me pictures of it so I can kind of see, or let me talk to my manufacturer and see what can be done, or let me look into it. But that's rare. I think the only shop owners, I don't want to say, two of the shop owners that I have worked on projects for that have approached it that way, and I found that to be just so incredibly professional, were Bex over the Creativity Squirrel when I started working on one of her round drill kits, and I think she only does squares now. When I started on one of her round drill kits, and then I think Mary, she first sent me her initial samples of first sent me initial samples of her product. I think I did provide some feedback there on texture and stuff. And I don't know if tweaks were ever made, but she was receptive to that feedback and was like asking for it. On the flip side, I've reached out to shop owners after working on one of their kits. I'll just say it. I'm not, you know me. I'm so over the like, I won't name names. Like, it's good information for you to know, and the shop isn't even in business anymore, so whatever. Francesca Studio Works. I had a gapping issue with the fishbowl kit that I did from Francesca, and I provided that feedback. And instead of like, oh, okay, you know, I took pictures, showed the gapping, all of that stuff, and it still looked fine. It still looked fine, but there was gapping, and the rounds weren't as tight together as I've seen from other shops. So I provided that feedback, and she did take it okay, but then it was like, I got messages like proving that the size of the round drills were like with like this measuring thing, exactly this millimeter, this 1/10 of a millimeter. There's absolute perfection to the drills, and like there could be no possible way that there would be gapping because it is to the 1/10 of a millimeter equal to what her manufacturer says is printed on the canvas. I'm like, that's all great info, but I'm telling you what I experienced. Like, I'm not lying. So again, it's just like, some shop owners, I would provide feedback, and I just go around and around and around. It's like, I'm not getting anything out of this. I'm just trying to help you create a better product. And I'm sorry if that is hurtful. And so I don't need or want that anymore. So going forward, if I was to buy a diamond painting canvas from a new to me shop, I would buy it, not say anything about it, work on it. If it goes great, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I will share that with you, the viewers, but I'm not interested in engaging with the shop owner about it. Take my feedback in my video for what you want to take it at, but there's nothing else that you and I need to discuss. You have my money, and so that's that. So yeah, if you want to know which shops I will always go back to, it is Diamond Art Club, Jaded Gem Shop, Diamond Painting Shop, and the Creativity Squirrel. Those 4. And I think that's it. So anybody else, no hard feelings. I'm sorry. Just not what I'm willing to invest my time and energy into if it's not going to be a fantastic result. I know better now. So, yeah. Okay, moving on. Rhonda Slack says, I just wanted to know what was good to use. Oh, question mark? I'm not sure. Okay, this is in regards to my diamond painting putty comparison. And maybe that was too long-winded of a comparison, and Rhonda just wanted me to get to the point, which I understand. Mary Mud, use that. The end. Next. I'm just kidding. I mean, that is the truth. But there was some others that came out as some strong contenders in that comparison video. Intergalactic Putty and some others. But if you want what I use every day, 99.9%, unless I'm just feeling like I should use something else just so I can use it up, it's Mary Mud every day. every day, all day, in my single placer, in my multi-placer, for ABs, for crystal ABs, for glitter, for metallic, for fairy dust, for pixie dust, for whatever DAC comes up with for alternate names to drills. What do they call iridescent? And don't they have some new one like frosted? I haven't used it yet. Did you want to get in the water? I guess not. Come on. It for me, it's worked for everything, everywhere, all the time, all at once. And so that's my answer. The good one to use is Mary Mud. And if you feel differently, feel free to leave it in the comments. That's just my personal opinion from 3 2/3 of a year. Hi. Of diamond painting on a nearly daily basis for at least an hour a day. That's an exaggeration, but it's probably not that big of an exaggeration. I put it to the test. I told Mary this the other night. I was like, as far as like products that I've used more hours in my life than anything else, it's probably Mary Mud, my bed, my car, and like a handful of other things. Like if I was to tally up how many hours have you been using this product, Mary Mud's up there for my entire life. Just I've been using it so consistently and for so many hours a week that I'm sure I've used Mary Mud successfully for thousands of hours, it feels like. So that's my answer. Mary Mud. Just trust me. It's the best one out there. Creativity Squirrels Mud Putty, also very good. I'd say that might be for putties. I'd have to go back and watch that comparison because I don't want to misspeak. It was definitely high up there. I just don't remember if there was any style of drill it didn't work on well for me. But Mary Mud works on everything all the time. Squares, rounds, whatever you want. Specials. So that's that. Lisa Voris says, just came across your video today. What hangers do you use for your whips? Where did you get them? I love the idea of hanging them. So if I remember, I will try to find them on Amazon for you. But if you just look up on Amazon or Google metal hangers, pants clips, you'll probably find them or something similar. I just looked for hangers that had pants clips on them so I could clip the diamond painting on. And I didn't know how strong those clips were going to be when I bought them. I just so happened to get lucky and find some that have very strong clips, and they've got like rubber caps on the end of the clips that really grip onto a diamond painting well. And so they're so strong that I can hold like 2 80 by 80 canvases on them, even with drills on. Your mileage may vary, but I find them to be very effective. Some of them I will even put 3 canvases on, depending on the size, if I have that many whips. The only downside to them is the hook, the actual hanger hook. Come on. It does not rotate, so I have to have them in like a fixed position, which can kind of get wonky depending on where I'm trying to hang it up. So if I could do it all over again, I'd look for some that have a twisty hook top, but they've done me well. I just have to hang them in a certain orientation, because like let's say I wanted to hang it over a door, I couldn't do that because it won't twist the other way. I have to hang it like just front facing. So most of the time I'll have a hook attached to the wall somewhere that I can hang them off of, or most recently I've been hanging them off of my curtain rod, so they're just kind of jammed in there. But yeah, so you just have to be mindful of that. So if I remember, I'll put it on there, but you can do better than what I picked. Just look for ones that have those pants clips on them, and look for metal. I think the metal ones maybe have a stronger spring than the plastic. And if you can find some that have those little rubber nibs, like black rubber on the end of the clamps, like the little chip clip piece, that's all the better, because that really grips onto the cover plastic and the canvas material. So yeah. Kezi Rose says, I've completed this one. It was so much fun. It's absolutely adorable. That was my unboxing of Rainbow Unicorn from Diamond Art Club. It is adorable. I did that. What did I do that one for? Was that the one that I did? I raced Jade? No, that was a Mooney Made kit, I think. No? Was it? Maybe. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to click on the video. It must have been. I think it was. Don't quote me on that. For some reason, I'm thinking we did. Oh, another potty break. Hold on. Oh my gosh, Apollo. That was literally the smallest little dollop of daisy poop I've ever seen. But it's a force of habit. That's one of his pooping sites or pooping spots on this walk. So I think he just, by muscle memory, was like, oh, this is one place where I have to leave a gift behind. And it was just like, like, what a waste of a bag, but I gotta pick it up anyway. Okay, let's keep going. I feel like when I talk to you guys as well, I'm kind of distracted, and in the sense that I'm not thinking about, oh my gosh, how long is it gonna take to get back? And we've been walking so far. I go on much longer walks when I film these than when it's just he and I. I'm like, okay, I'm kind of bored. You've gotten your exercise. Let's go back. We haven't been, well, we go down this far pretty often, but I'm planning on going even farther. I'm like, I haven't gone all the way to the end of the path in a long time. But yeah, I was saying, I can't remember if I've raced Jade to finish that one. I must have, because there's no other reason why I would work on this. Yeah, I think I wouldn't pick that canvas for myself. Yeah, I think I did a race with Jade, and we started from a blank canvas, and it was the first one to finish it wins during a live stream, and I won. Thank you. That was a while ago. Okay. Then Peggy O'Neill says, hope you're well, miss seeing you. Take care of yourself always. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And yeah, we're doing good over here. My mom says, June 22nd, happy birthday, son. Love, Mom. Thanks, Mom. And then Cynthia Dooley says, I've already started mine. It's going good. This is Surreal Blues by Color Out of Place. Nice. Yeah, I really like those color out of place images. And I'm curious to see how the one from Diamond Painting Deutschland I purchased goes. When and if I ever get to it. But yeah, those are some cool kits. Thank you. And then Casey, that's me, says, I love the banter between you both. This was for my May Flowers week 4 live stream with me and Mia. I did join your new channel but I will miss you over here, waiting to hear all about your travels. I enjoy Mia as well. I found her through you. Only wanting the best for you. Thanks, Casey. Oh, that's very sweet. Thank you so much. And thanks for joining the other channel. I appreciate it. And I hope you're liking it. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to do. I've just got to make sure I'm doing it right, the way I'd like it to be, and I have the aptitude or the skill set, or I'm willing to develop the skill set to keep improving. And we're getting there. We're getting there. Come over here. Okay. We'll probably cut back into town up here and go up by the school, just because people. And then Ellie says, "Hi, Anthony and Apollo. Well, I'm not sure what to say. I'll miss your walk-in chats and everything else you did on this channel. Saying that is your life and you need to be happy. And if slowing down this channel and starting it different is what you want to do, good luck with it. I'll miss you, Ellie. You should be traveling back today after the wedding. Hope it was wonderful and all went to plan." Yes, it was fantastic. And thank you so much for the comment. I appreciate it. Come on, baby. Let's keep moving. Let's keep that moving pace. So yeah, we'll just cut across here and head back to the house, kind of the roundabout way. I was gonna go back up the other side of the creek. There's another bridge up here, and then go through downtown, but humans. I'm trying to talk over here in private. So back off. Whew. There's a little toy over here, a little stuffed animal. Okay. Melissa says, "I watched the replay." This is my Mayflowers Week 4 live stream again. We're leaving Monday for Alaska, so we both have big adventures ahead. I look forward to see the content from this trip. I'm sure you'll have enough to keep you busy for a while. Make sure to let me know. I don't think you've shared how Alaska went. You have to let me know. That's on my bucket list for sure. Someday. And then Lisa Noof says, "Hi, Anthony. I watched this on replay since I was late joining the live. I was only there a few minutes when my internet froze." Oh no. By the time I got back, you had finished. I didn't hear any of the questions you had about the term Newfie until I listened to the replay, and I couldn't see the chat, so I don't know if it was answered. Anyway, Newfie is a shortened term for a person from Newfoundland. Yes, we figured that out. Or a Newfoundlander. I hope you have a wonderful trip and get to do everything you have planned. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And yeah, I did. Doreen Hassi says, "Maybe for the end of Mayflowers, anyone that participated posts pics in the photo section only. Easy for you to go through pictures. Just a thought." Yeah, I did get a few finishes for the Mayflowers event sent via email, maybe like 2 or 3. And then I'm not sure how many Mia got. And then I'm not on Facebook, so I didn't see what was going on Mia's Facebook group. There might have been some more, but I ended up just going right into travel and planning for the first trip and going on the first trip. And it just became a whirlwind very shortly after that live. So I ended up not doing it, and I don't think Mia did it either. But thank you all still for those who did participate. It's hard because let's say I got 4 photos or 5. Then I'm like posting a video. I'm like, let's do a photo reel of everyone's projects, and then it's like a minute, and then I'm like, okay, we're done. I guess I could do that, but and it's not to say like, oh, people should have engaged more in that way. No, like I absolutely dropped the ball in the sense that I even if we had gotten a bunch, I probably would have said, "Mia, can you do this?" I'm leaving. So if I get some for the pinup paint along, then I would probably just share them during, this is what I'll do. For anyone who wants to share progress photos or finishes for the pinup paint along, send them to me via email or Instagram, and I will share them during the last live stream that I do for the paint along, which is the last Friday of the month. So that'll still be like three or 4 days before the actual paint along ends, but we'll call it good there. And I'll share them with you, do like a picture-in-picture screen share and be like, oh, someone sent me this one, let's take a look together. So I'll do it that way. And then for Mucomania, I will post, I did this last year, I'll do a whole separate video, either by itself or included with my final, whatever it is, finish and review, thank you for participating. I'll put it all there. So everyone can see. But yeah, my apologies. I did drop the ball on that because I know a couple people did send them to me. I just didn't do anything with them, unfortunately. But thank you for the comment. KC, that's me, gave a heart, thank you. And Momo Grimes says, thank you for your chat. OMG, I love Alien Putty, please don't throw it away. I also have just shared putty that I have not liked with friends who have not tried it yet. Yeah, I wouldn't throw any of it away. There's just one version that I used. It's their black Alien Putty. And maybe I wasn't as critical of this shortcoming or this issue with that particular version, but I will be now. I got a multi-pack of Alien Putties. One of them is like their extra firm, I think, Alien Putty, and it's black or like a super, super deep gray. That's cute and all, but it left a horrible, horrible gray residue on all of my ABs. Like, it would change the color of the AB. That's how, like, severe it was. So, like, I was using it for these yellow ABs, and it would turn them kind of like this grayish, like, dingy yellow, and then like a light blue. It totally turned it to like a different color because it just let whatever colorant or dye that was used. Apollo, this side, there you go. Whatever, someone dumped an entire thing of spaghetti over here. What the hell? Not the sauce, just a pot of noodles. Someone just dumped in the bushes. Oh. It was awful. And at first I was like, oh, I can kind of try to wipe it away. It wouldn't wipe away. It really got on my nerves. So I maybe didn't say as much. I don't think I ever did a review of the other versions that I bought. My comparison was just with one of them. But then I really liked it, so I went on to buy one of their combo packs, which I chose one that was better for harder placers because I'm a very hard placer. And that was one of them, was that black one. And oh my gosh, I wouldn't wish that putty on any of my diamond painting, not enemies. I wouldn't wish that on any of the people that don't like me in the community. As much as I'd love for them to have ruined AB drills, I still wouldn't do it because that's money. So yeah, I would never give that to a friend. It was bad. And if you've used it and you figured out a way to keep it from staining all of your ABs, let me know. But I tried it on pretty much every AB and whatever kits I was working on at the time. And I'd drop a few drills and I'm like, nope. So I just was unusable for ABs. And they did not say as much on their website. So, yeah. We're going uphill, sorry everyone. Melissa Wood said, so nice to chat with you, thank you. And Trin gave some hearts. Elisa Maria Designs said, on my way to subscribe to your new channel. Heard from my members that you're chasing your dreams in roller coasters. Oh, and I love that you're prioritizing adventures that have been part of you for so long. It's truly inspiring. So happy for you, wishing you tons of fun. Thank you so much. It's been awesome. I can't even really say like how happy And just, I don't know. It was great to be able to go to Great Adventure and to Knoebels and to Dorney and who am I missing? And the Oceanside parks and stuff. Hershey Park was a bucket list. Just like all these places that when I was like a young teen, even into modern day, I still play like roller coaster video games very seldomly, but I still do. To think like someday I'll get to go there, or it just seems like such an abstract place, you know, like there is a place that, up, go, that exists that has all this stuff. And now seeing it with my own eyes, and like there was twice on that trip where I was emotional on a roller coaster from not from fear, but of like, I'm here. I'm doing the thing. When I got to the top of El Toro, and came off that first hill, and that set, like just the first big drop, and being at the very top and just seeing all around me and just hearing people scream and laugh and like the excitement, it's like, whoa, the sounds that I hear the little mini computer characters make on my Roller Coaster Tycoon game, I'm living it now after playing it or pretending for 25 years. And then going over the top and coming to the top of Nitro. I've built Nitro in fake video game roller and theme parks that I've built on the computer. I can't even tell you how many times. And seeing that track in person, and it was, I don't know. It's like one of those things that like, I don't know. Like, I can't believe I got to do that before I die, I guess is the most blunt way to put it. It was so cool. It was so cool. And I know for so many people that's in their backyard, and they're like, yeah, I did that every weekend for, 15 summers. We all have those things that like aren't a big deal to us, or just part of our daily lives where other people are just so amazed by. And theme parks and roller coasters and stuff, those are mine. Those are my thing that some people are like, okay, whatever. But to me, it's like, I've always wanted to do this, Come on, keep moving. The Argentinian place is closed today. I almost was like, if they're open, I'm gonna get dinner and we'll keep walking and I'll take it home. But they're closed. So yeah, now I get to do it again with Kings Island. I've been building and dreaming about riding the Beast for so long. I've been dreaming about riding Orion for a long time, and the Bat, but mainly the Beast. And then not necessarily any ride or coaster specifically at Dollywood, but just dreaming about being able to go to Dollywood, because it's consistently rated higher than Universal Parks, better than Disney. It's consistently rated one of the top theme parks in America, if not the world. And anytime you talk to theme park enthusiasts or coaster enthusiasts, they're always like, yeah, but have you been to Dollywood? Have you been to Dollywood? Dollywood's where it's at. You should go to Dollywood. And so it's been on my list. It's a tougher one because it's kind of out of the way. Well, it's very out of the way. So it's very much a destination. Like, you either need to live relatively locally, or you have to say, I'm planning a trip that includes Dollywood. It's not like we'll swing by Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. So I'm just as hyped and thrilled and like beside myself that I get to do Kings Island and Dollywood in the same trip. It's going to be fantastic. Tons of driving, much more than my PA and New Jersey trip. We're talking, oh my gosh, it's like 2.5 hours to Kentucky Kingdom from Nashville, and then another hour and a half, hour and 45 up to Cincinnati, and then to Strickers Grove is like less than half an hour outside of Cincinnati, so that's not bad. But then from Strickers Grove, Cincinnati area, down to Dollywood is like a 5.5 hour drive. And then from there back to Nashville, I think is like 3 hours. So I'm gonna be spending a lot of time in the car, but I'm hoping the scenery is beautiful. I mean, it's up against the Smoky Mountains, so so it should be pretty. And I plan on stopping at some natural points of interest as well. Come on. Come on. Come on. And hop. Hop up. And hop. No, he doesn't want to do it. There's something over there to sniff. So yeah, it's going to be a huge haul. Essentially, it's like sorry, I've got a little pointy in my shoe. It's shaped kind of like a rough triangle, what I'm doing. Going up through Kentucky into Ohio, then back down into Tennessee. But I think it's going to be really pretty, the road, being on the road. And I've allotted myself some time to do stuff like the Mammoth Cave National Park and then Smoky Mountains National Park. So, yeah. Thank you for the comment. Debbie Rice says, I regret not getting it when it was released. This is A Day's Journey by Pixie Sticks. Then missed out the restock. Waiting again. Very pretty. Oh, thank you for the comment. And yeah, I love that one. And I think it's going to be a really quick project. It's kind of snack size, so I'll get to it. And when I do, it should go really fast. So, and there's a fair amount of color blocking in that. My finish and review of Rainbow Head. Brandy True says, I'm going to make an order of the enhancement suggestions you did on this canvas today. Oh, yay! I'm going to do this for the Ivy Dollamore event in May, which is in 2 days. Thank you, and you did a great job. Thank you so much. Just goes to show how far behind I am. May is in 2 days. I hope it worked out. You'll have to let me know. Yeah, that was a fun one. That's hanging in the office. Miller Time Mama says, I like the 4K. Yeah, I did. I'm recording this in 4K right now. We'll see if it uploads in 4K. But yeah, I've been practicing my patience with uploading in 4K because it just takes so much longer because the file sizes are massive. Speaking of which, battery's okay. We should be okay. For right now. I'm gonna have to change it probably in like the next 10 minutes or so. Yeah, it just takes so long to upload in 4K. So I'll do it. But there have been some videos for this channel recently that I had the option to do it in 4K, and I was like, let's do 1080p because it'll take half as long. But who knows? We'll see when I get all this uploaded what I decide to do. The longer the video, the more, obviously, the more time consuming it is. And bumping it up to 4K can be the difference of this will take 2 hours to upload, or this will take 7 hours to upload. At least with my older MacBook. Others might be able to process it faster, but that's what I'm working with. Okay. Shall we turn here because there is no crosswalk up here, and there's always cars on that road running around. But thank you. And Melanie Phillips says, OMG, I have the perfect canvas. However, I don't have Facebook or Instagram. That's okay. I think there's like, I think that it depends on the event, but for the Mayflowers and for the pinup paint along, we've seen a couple comments where someone's like, well, I'd love to participate, but I don't have Facebook or Instagram. I think there's this misconception that you have to have that, or need to, or have to, or are required to show progress in order to be a part of the fun. That might be the case with other people's events, but not here. You can, and I'll put the can in bold, share your progress using whatever hashtag is given to you, for instance, pinup paint along. You can, but you don't have to. Please still participate, even though it might not feel like, it's like, Anthony, how are you participating if you're not showing your work? The participation is in knowing that you're working on a kit or a style that somewhere else in the country, in the world, is working on the same thing or something similar, and you can share that, that feeling of like that community there. And then when I go live or post a video during the event, you can chime in and say, I'm working on this, and or I finished this, or I'm not working on anything related to this, I'm just here to chat. That's good too. That's still participating in the event. But I've seen this in other events I've done where someone's like, oh, bummer, I don't have those social media accounts, so I guess I have to sit out. No. I've never hosted an event where you're required to show your work on a social media account. I completely understand and empathize with people that don't use it. Like, I'm not on Facebook because it was too toxic for me. So don't feel like because you don't have those things that you don't get to play. That's not it at all. Even if you say to yourself in your house, I'm going to participate in this event, and you pull your canvas down and you start working on it, and you don't tell a single soul or show anybody that you're working on that kit, that's fine. It's just about that sense of like, I know somewhere someone else is working on this for the same thing that I'm working on it for, and that's cool. That sense of knowing, like for instance, Mia's Wizards events that she's done the past 2 years. I did post stuff because I do have Instagram, but had I not, I knew so many people that were working on the kits for that event just through live streams and hearing a bit, like people posting on YouTube about it. So yeah, don't worry, it's okay. You don't need any social media. You don't even need YouTube, really. I mean, you needed it to hear that the event was happening, but you could go off and turn the power off on your breaker panel and work on this kit, and you're still participating, or working on a kit, you're still participating. It's fine. I'm more anti making people show their work and prove it. I'm anti that more than I am pro that. Really the only reason that I do it for Muka Mania is I tend to put money into, I did last year, put money into that event. So I would like to know that the person I'm sending a $50 gift card to actually cares and is participating, So that's why I do ask for people to register. But I don't ask for people to provide a finish photo or a start photo proving that they're starting with a blank canvas. I'm not starting with the blank canvas for that event. I've got my Muka down in the basement that I'll be pulling out for it, that already has, I think, about a row done on it. So I just want you to register to show acknowledgement, like, yes, this is what I'll be working on, because I do ask, like, which piece are you working on? all of that stuff. So I do ask those things just as a validation because there's more skin in the game for me in terms of what I'm putting up, or if a sponsor puts up something, I want to make sure it's not Joe Schmo who doesn't know who I am, has no idea what the event is about, has no interest in Alphonse Mucha or me, but they came around for a gift card. You know what I mean? Whereas something small like the May Flowers event and the Pinup Paint Along, I'm not going to ask for you to register. I don't need to know. If you tell me, that's great, because then in spirit I know that you're working on something, and that just makes me feel good. but you don't have to prove it, and I'm not putting up, like, I'm not throwing a bunch of money at this or anything, and I'm not asking others to either. So that was a long-winded explanation, but I've just heard that a lot, and it always makes me scratch my head, because I'm like, I hope I didn't make someone feel like, because I said you can share your progress on Instagram, that they heard that as you need to share your progress on Instagram. No. So don't worry about it. Please participate. And that wasn't even for Pinup Paint Along. That was for May Flowers, but it still applied. Thank you. We're at 17%, so we'll make it home. We'll make it home. Lori Joseph says, how awesome, Anthony. What an experience. Enjoyed this so much. That was my Elitch Gardens vlog. Thank you. And then Dorita says, hi, Anthony. It's beautiful and very colorful. That's Pit Stop in Paradise by Peggy Collins. Yes, it is. I still need to get to that canvas for my brother. Then the Diamond Technician said, I see a spark of passion in you I haven't often seen. Proud of you to follow it. I think that was one of the that was my Elitch Gardens vlog. And then Dana Corbin says, you can just tell with this small park that it is your love now, although not a new love for you, it is for us. But a new fire is burning brighter than before. Congratulations on this new journey, and wish your new channel all the best. I will see you over there, already a subscriber. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's, we'll call it with that. I'll keep gabbing about that, because the past two comments kind of mention like new passion and it sound, different energy. Yeah, it is. Walking through places like that, you can feel the energy of the people and the excitement around you, the kid, the teens, adults, whoever, is just like, you're in a theme park, you're separated from like a normal environment, and suddenly everyone's just kind of got this frenzied but like good positive energy. And I love it. I love being part of it and in the mix, and like I get excited and suddenly I'm walking super fast to the next ride. Like I totally feed off of the like rush and excitement of it all. What I've learned in doing that New Jersey trip and Pennsylvania trip is it's easy for me to burn bright as in terms of energy and like, let's go. But I burn bright, but then I sometimes feel like I fade fast. So it's hard for me to maintain that in like a multi-day, multi-video trip like that. Like I have to build up that stamina, and then when it's time to lay down, take advantage of that. So that's next time when I go out to Dollywood and all those other parks, rather than using my in-between time to continue exploring the city, or maybe I can cram in one more thing tonight, or maybe I'm gonna stay up, get a good meal in you, and get some good rest. And I did that for like one of the nights there, with maybe a couple. No, only one night did I do that. I went from the airport to the two oceanside parks, Seaside Heights and Castaway Cove. I did that and then went straight to the hotel because it was like 1 a.m. and then crashed and went to bed. And then the next day, I felt good. But then, after that day, when I left the park, I drove around for quite some time trying to find a lobster roll and finally going to this other restaurant. Instead of just going straight to the Airbnb or getting food on the way to the Airbnb and just being good, I was trying to like get in this like lobster roll seafood moment, which added like an unnecessary hour of time. Then I got home and ate that and kind of laid around and played on the phone and was doing stuff instead of going to bed. And so then I felt like the following day to get back in the car and do more driving and get to Dorney, I didn't feel as recharged as I did when I went to Six Flags. And then doing that half day at Hershey Park, which was fine. I did that because of the rain. You're gonna let me cross, thank you. That was fine. So first, that half day at Hershey, fine. But I was also feeling kind of sluggish during that day. And then I get done with that half day, and then I fit in going to that restaurant at the hotel and having one too many, even though I only had two, but of those super sweet Hershey cocktails that were also surprisingly strong, and just goofing around instead of just going and getting just going right to bed. No booze, no booze. I also felt like I didn't fully recharge for that second day at Hershey. So that was a whole thing. Then I had a day off, the Thursday, had a day off, but that Thursday night was the night we went to the boat houses and went out to the little club, and we were out very, very late by the time, hi, come on, no, you're not going in there. By the time we got back to the Airbnb, and then the next morning we went to Knoebels. And again, I didn't feel like I was on top of my game for that day. So it just kept rolling into each other. And of course there's friends there. I was there for a wedding. I was there for a different reason. I'm trying to essentially do 2 vacations in one. So that was kind of hopefully a fluke, but I learned that when I'm doing those back-to-back days and just going from park to park and driving, when I have my opportunity to rest and there isn't anything on the docket, my mind usually goes to what can I fill that time with, even though the answer should be you fill that time with just laying down and recharging and not try to fit another activity into what is already an overwhelming itinerary. I do struggle with that, of being out on vacation, out on a trip, doing something special, and thinking I'll sleep when I'm dead, and if there's something open I can go do, or if there's something that's just 20 minutes away I can go do, I should do it instead of resting, to just let it be and relax, because the next day is going to be grueling too, you know? It's like I'm not thinking about what's this going to feel like after I'm 8 hours in a theme park and I've walked 14 miles. What's this going to feel like going to bed at 2 a.m. when I have to be at the park at 6:30, you know? So I need to be better about that. But I'm glad that at least that first Six Flags kind of trial run that I did on this channel kind of showed that I do have a passion and an excitement for it, but I want to make sure that's always coming through on camera. And in order for me to do that, I need to take the opportunities to rest more seriously and just say, nope, head to pillow. There's so much more we have to do the next day and the next day. So yeah, I think I can handle these these bigger trips if I just plan it better. Or not plan it better, but time manage better. Because I did leave that trip pretty exhausted and just drained. And for a couple days there, I was like, I don't know if I can do these multi-park runs like this. I think I have to just go to one. Like fly out to Atlanta, go to Six Flags over Georgia and maybe one other thing and come back. But doing these kind of multi-day things, I'm past my prime. And that kind of made me feel sad. But I think this time when I try it again, and that's why I want to wait about discussing channel stuff, is let me try this again, see if I can manage it a little bit better, do better with the editing and the scheduling, and then we'll take it from there. So yeah, but I love it. I do love it. I want to be upside down all the time. I want to be 300 feet in the air all the time. All right, well, I'm going to let you go. We're coming back around to the house. I got to figure out dinner. So thanks so much for being here. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content with friends, family members, anyone that you think might take some value out of it. Happy placing. Love you. We'll see you next time. Bye.